Okay.
Fuck. Fuck
Hey.
everything. Fuck everything and everyone. See, I lost my hair and I lost my, sanity.
You doing okay?
Yeah, actually, I'm doing really good. I've been having a great life recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, things have been great. Things have been really good.
Good. Good.
What about you?
Oh, good. Pretty good, actually.
Hey, that's
Besides,
good.
I have a cold, so I'm trying to get over that.
I feel like everybody in my life's getting COVID, and I've still avoided it somehow.
Oh, don't talk about COVID. I don't have fucking COVID again.
You got it in the first place?
I had it in June.
Oh.
2 months ago.
What was that like?
It sucked. It was horrible.
I
hate being sick.
I don't want to get it.
Don't.
You just don't.
I'm surprised you haven't.
Me too. Emma's mom got it 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
And then one of my best friends up here got it. And she got it a week ago.
Did you test?
Yeah, I tested when her mom got sick, and I tested twice, and it was totally fine. I didn't test after my friend got it, but we did hang out a week ago, and then she tested positive a few days later, so I don't know. I'm sure I've gotten it at some point, but I just had no symptoms or something.
Right.
I mean, I feel like everybody's gonna get it. But yeah. This is
sync real quick?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Okay.
Sweet.
We'll figure it out.
We will.
This is gonna be a little low key today. I'm feeling a little low key. Nice.
Well, this is the We Quit Our Jobs podcast. We quit our jobs because we weren't happy. Now we're unhappy and we quit our jobs. Here on the We Quit Our Jobs podcast, we talk about cool things we enjoy and other various things. It's like depressing show and tell with 20-somethings. Yeah.
It's only going to get better.
Yeah. That's what we keep telling ourselves.
No. It's true. I'm hoping, I want to do maybe we'll take this and cut it up into 2 podcasts.
Why?
So we have 2 episodes a week for those folks that... The more uploads you have, the better, right?
I think it depends. But
also, I want to start a shorts channel.
I think that's smart. That's how you get engagement.
Or just put shorts on her. I don't know how shorts work yet, so we'll figure that out. But I think we have some clippable moments.
True.
You know?
I agree. Yeah. But yeah, what should we talk about?
I don't know. Let me go find something. I'm gonna click on YouTube. Oh, we talked about Brian, whatever his name is, last week. Brian David Gilbert.
Yeah, we did a little bit.
And he was just on an episode of this, The Game Changers. Do you know Game Changers?
I don't. What's Game Changers?
Let me show you.
Oh, boy!
Look at this shit. Okay. Screens. Screen 1. Go live. Hey. Howdy.
This is crazy.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go here. Let's go here.
Why is every white guy in games that's not Brian David Gilbert look like the guy in thing? Oh, I can't hear it.
Why?
Because you're not projecting. You're just projecting your screen. You're not projecting the source.
This. If I do this,
Maybe.
will it count?
Now try.
We're working on it, folks. We're doing this.
3 points. Obviously, every
Yeah,
game
there
has
you
Can
that.
you hear that?
Yeah,
What's the most racist joke?
What's
Explaining the
No.
rules.
How is it?
What's the most racist joke? We're just setting up for success.
Let me find a good one. I watched all of them because they're funny. This is pretty
In
good.
an alternate universe, Mark Zuckerberg produces a local advertisement for
Oh.
his water park, the Wetaverse.
Thank you for joining our talk today about what the Wetaverse means. There are lots of things that you can do in the Wetaverse, like water slide. But you can choose any clothes you want. That's why I chose this pair of trunks. I think it's really fun, don't you? Moving on to how this is going to change the future of corporate communication. Here, you can have up to 18 different people all in a hot tub at the same time to discuss your plans for your business. Thank you so much. We can't wait to ruin the next democracy.
Ryan! My God, man!
That was good. That was amazing.
That's like spot on.
It's amazing. He's so funny. Can't wait to ruin the next democracy.
Someone.
Werner Herzog.
This is
Hello?
fantastic.
You nefarious villain, I am the hero that is here to stop your antics. Although, really, what is crime? If you are taking away from corporations, then truly there is no shame in that. So I will let you escape.
Brilliant, Someone, absolutely. Someone.
Werner Herzog.
That's pretty fan. I think, and everyone on the show, they somehow just know. They must all be like improv actors because they're all fantastic, like every time.
Brian would be great on that show.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I miss when he used to do stuff, Colin. Now he's
Yeah.
just like a dad.
Yeah.
For those listening, there's this guy named Brian Altano. He works for IGN. And he used to do a ton of funny stuff. He's like one of the funniest guys out there. And he still is. He's still very funny, but he doesn't do anything anymore. And it kind of sucks. He has a podcast called The Comedy Button, but that's it. But he still works for IGN.
The Fall of Brian Altano.
That's what we call this. It's not a fall, because he's still...
No, I found a fucking YouTube video called The Fall
Oh,
of
yeah.
Brian Altano.
Yeah, well, that's just some fucking... That's a chud.
What'd he do? Get canceled or something?
No, it's the opposite. It's like Brian's like this fucking woke like guy and like, you know, all that
Yeah,
shit.
I mean he is, right?
I mean, yeah.
IGN sort of neuters people.
Nah. I
You don't
think he grew up, if anything.
Yeah, but
No.
you can't really do. I mean, I don't need him to do like super edgy stuff, but like he doesn't do anything anymore.
He's still funny. He used to be like, you know, really edgy. He pushed the line. He said the N-word a lot on
No,
in
it
podcasts.
was only a few times.
It was. I mean, how many times is it all right for a white guy to say the N-word? Which is, I don't think we should have an answer for that. But, I mean, one of his funniest jokes is actually when he used the N-word.
Native American one.
Yeah, that was so funny.
That's like one of the best jokes of all time
So
from that show.
oh, I missed it when that show was crazy. Oh,
Yeah, I still haven't listened to any of their new stuff at all.
it's very different. I told you they added a new person to the comedy button.
Yeah,
And she's funny, but she's not like what they used to be, you know.
right.
And you know, Anthony left, and yeah,
Rest in peace. What is he? Is he making video games still?
pretty sure. I don't know for sure though.
He worked at like a legit company.
He did. He worked for that Marvel MMO for a while.
Really?
Yeah, but that closed, so I don't know what he's doing now. Yeah. But yeah, he was funny too. Everybody on that show was really funny, and they still are. They still are. I still listen like every other week because the podcast is now every other week, and it's still really funny. But it's just, you know, they're older. Everybody besides the new person, Kristen, has a kid now. Oh, and Ryan, but he kind of is a kid, so.
He's a co-host on a podcast.
Ryan?
No, Anthony Gallegos.
Oh, he's on the Geekbox still, right?
No, he's on Rebel FM.
Wait, is that still going? Oh yeah, he's not Geekbox, that's Ryan. Rebel FM is the one with Anthony and Arthur Geek.
Or is this just still going?
I haven't listened to it in
Oh,
ages.
yeah.
Is
What
it?
the hell? Yeah.
What the heck? Opening up
On
my
episode
Spotify.
553.
It's about where the comedy button is.
Well,
Yeah. Jeez. Jeez, the latest episode was like 2 days ago. That's crazy. It's crazy how,
that's
like,
a podcast that's like buried. I haven't heard about that in a long time.
same. I mean, we're getting to the point where a lot of podcasts are almost, like, are hitting, like, that 10-year mark. Like, if they started in, like, 2012, like, a lot of, like, gaming podcasts or, like, gaming industry, like, side podcasts I've started around, like, 2012. And, like, some of them are still going. That's insane.
He's working on Subnautica.
Oh,
That's
really?
pretty cool. Yeah.
Jeez.
The only full-time designer outside of creative director and owner. Wow, I didn't know that.
Good for him.
Those are great games. I know there's a second one coming out, but Subnautica's a lot of fun.
Good for him. So yeah, we listened to old podcasts from ages ago.
What? It's Ryan Altano doing?
He's just working at IGN. And being a dad.
Do you think he's making good money?
Oh, dude, he's been there for so long, and he's like one of their main hosts. He has to be making big money. He owns a house like in California, not in the Bay even.
Oh,
So, yeah,
Jesus.
he's probably doing great.
Well, that's good to know. You sell your soul to IGN, at least you're making money doing it.
I don't think it's.
I don't like IGN. I don't like review scores. I'm gonna have to write a whole thing about this eventually because I can't. I really do it on the fly. I have to like write it out. But at some point, I'm gonna have a whole rant about review scores and why
Give me
it's
the
destroying our culture.
Cliff Notes.
Mainly like numbering games and numbering art in general is like kind of, it freaks me out a little. Just how, I don't know, it's not like a scale that really is good at representing art, because a 7 and a 7 can be two different completely things, and one person could love it and one person could hate it.
Yeah,
But if they're both 7s, they're not going to sell well.
and it's also
unless like a cult fan
subjective.
base.
It's also
Right.
subjective to the reviewer. So
Right, and with IGN, there's like 10 billion reviewers.
yeah, which is
Can't even really tell.
fine. But I think like human beings in general are horrible at separating or like finding like the actual like true beliefs of people. Like they subject every review score to the same standard at IGN when it's different reviewers reviewing different stuff. Like they're like, how could you give Mario a 6 and Zelda a 10? That's insane. Mario's better than Zelda. It's like, shut the hell up. Like, it's different people. Like, can you not understand that? Like, if different people review different games, then you're going to have different opinions, but a lot of people can't separate that from the entity that is IGN, which is
the problem.
which is kind of the point too.
You think?
I think
I think it makes the score obsolete, except now it's like the most hyper-focused part of the entire review.
I'd agree that the score is obsolete if you really do care about figuring out if a game is for you or not, or a piece of media is for you or not. You should read the context of the review or listen to the reviewer in whatever video. But you're not going to... A lot of people aren't going to do that. Because a lot of people just want to see the review score.
Well, game journalists, they don't hold themselves to that high of a standard a lot of the times. And my biggest example, I'm not going all Gamergate, but I'm not. When you look at Cyberpunk 2077,
Yeah.
I bought that game because I bought it day one because IGN and other things gave it 10 out of 10. But they didn't wait to see how it ran on last gen consoles and stuff. So I ended up buying like a 3 out of 10 video game because IGN didn't do the research and they didn't wait.
And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure before, like, I used to like really pay attention to this stuff. I'm pretty sure if they reviewed something on a certain platform, they would say that.
Yeah, but they didn't.
I'm sure they probably did, because they used to back in the day.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying you would think, based on the review, that they're kind of doing an overview of all of the platforms.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure if you like actually like read through like maybe not in the video, but probably the article and probably the video too, they do say exactly what platform they play it on, and yeah.
And it also did have a shit release for PC.
It had a shit
what-
release for PC, it did.
But they didn't disclose any of this information for some reason. And
I
I don't think it's because they meant to. I think it's because they didn't actually do enough research. And I think as a journalist, you're failing if you're not actually like looking into shit. And if they are, maybe they're not journalists. If they're not journalists, that's fine. But
Well,
they say
are
they
journalists people who review stuff? I think that's more critics.
yeah, but a critic watches the entire movie.
Yeah, but games are a completely different medium, so it's really hard to completely summarize a game's like experience
Mm.
in a review. Especially when it's on multiple platforms, there's multiple like ways to play the game. There's like different, like it's a computer game. Like there's nothing is set in stone. You could find a like game breaking thing if you do one side quest before another or something. Like there's all these factors, and a movie is a much more like produced. You know what you're going to get experience or a book. Like
That Cyberpunk was so bad. I mean, it was so badly off. Like, the fact that they gave it a 10 out of 10 and barely brought out any of the things about bugs and shit. I don't remember if it was either a 9 or a 10. I don't remember for sure. But I'm pretty sure it was a 10.
I think it was a 10. I could be wrong too,
Yeah.
but I think they played it on the 30 series of graphics cards
Yeah.
on PC. And
Yeah.
that's like the only way that game ran. So yeah, it just was a kind of disaster. It was but if you think about it, again, they could have like booted it up on like an older machine. I don't think they even got console copies to review.
No, I don't think they got. But even still, like, I wouldn't come out with a release of a review until I knew how it ran on everything.
Well, what if they had the context of we played this on a PC with a 3080 and yeah, on PC. So then there's context at least.
Yeah. I think it's still poor journalism.
It's about ethics.
I think you're not doing your research at all. No, I don't. Journalists don't have to be ethical. I don't really care. A lot of great journalists don't have the same ethics as they're supposed to have.
Yeah.
Necessarily. I mean, if you push the boundaries, but what they were doing wasn't even trying. It's like they're not even trying to check, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, like, who has the 30 series?
Nobody
RTX,
did at that
like,
point. Like, nobody.
Right. Right. So it's very elitist, almost.
But
I don't know if elitist is the right word.
But if they had
But
the
it's like-
means to do that, like, I think they should have reviewed it probably on the best graphics card possible, and then maybe checked on other stuff, but obviously, like, how much should you play it on a last-gen card or something, or... and again, they didn't even get review copies for consoles, so then it's like...
If they had booted up on an old generation
PC,
they would have been able to tell right away that the game was fucked.
maybe. I don't really know
tell
the
they
exact
didn't even-
problems.
It's bad. I mean, I bought it recently,
Mm-hmm.
and this is after they say it's basically fixed.
Yeah, it's been 2 years, right?
Yeah, and it's still buggy.
Really? After 2 years, it's still buggy?
Yeah.
And you have a 30 card, right?
I don't know what I have.
Yeah, you have a 30 card. You have a 3070.
Yeah, and I can't use ray tracing at all.
Really?
Yeah, I had to turn it off to play the game. It was going... I did a thing. It was like 20 frames per second. And then as soon as I turn ray tracing off, it goes up to 90. Like crazy.
That's... I thought the 30 series was really good at ray tracing, but...
I think it has to do with my memory.
Oh, yeah. I guess so.
But even still, it's like... Not a lot of people have more than 12 gigs of RAM.
Yeah.
You know? And that's like high tier for a lot of people.
Actually, I think 16 gigs is pretty normal. Because
I think?
2 sticks of 8, yeah, that's what I have. What do
Well,
you have?
I looked it up. I have... I don't know. I'd have to check. I should probably get more at some point. I don't know how I could add it onto this computer, but I'll figure that out. Yeah.
Video games.
Man, I'm excited for the new Yakuza. Did you ever play any of those games?
I've never played a Yakuza.
I would say if you do want to jump into one, 7 is like so good. And it restarts the story, sort of. It's like still has some of the old characters, but it's like a new main character, new narrative.
Why would they call something like that 7, though? Like, the number 7 just automatically makes a game, like, really hard to get into, because it's like,
Right.
oh boy.
Well, now they like changed it to Like a Dragon.
Oh.
So like all the new games are Like a Dragon. So I don't even think it's still probably called Yakuza 7, but like, yeah, it was like interesting to see them do a switch like that, and the combat's totally different now too. It's like RPG, turn-based.
It's so hard for me to play a game now that's not Smash or a shooter. I'm just... Or Pokemon right now. I'm just such a dumb brain.
I love single-player games, so I'm all in for them.
It has to be like a really special game for me to get into it. Like... Last of Us 2 was like the last single-player game I played, I think.
What is it?
Huh?
What would you rate that out of 10?
I've got some views about that game. I think it was really good. I thought Last of Us 2 was fucking awesome. I think it's even better than the first one, actually.
Very dark.
Yeah.
And I think it came out at a time where people didn't want dark games.
I think it came out at a
really
time during the culture, like kind of the peak of the culture war, where people are just like, they have this like, a lot of fucking dumbasses have this like idea like, oh, Joel is this like flawless character who's a good guy, and how dare they kill him, and like,
Did they finish the fucking first game?
that's what I'm fucking saying, dude.
Like, the ending is so not. It's not fun even. Oh, it is fun, but it's like I'm just killing.
You're killing
the
innocent
good guys.
people, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. And that's a good decision. I love the ending to Last of Us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because it's
But he's not a good character.
Yeah, he's not a good character. He's not a good character. And I think that's why I really love 2, is because they were like, yo, Joel is fucked up. And if he did the shit like he did in the first game, this is kind of like not a logical thing that would happen, but like a plausible thing that would happen.
Right.
And I think it was an awesome choice. I thought it was a very good story choice, and I really liked that decision. And I also just thought the game is acted amazing. It plays fucking awesome. It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, I I don't know. It was so dark and dreary. I played up until Joel died, and I didn't stop because he died. I stopped because I got a PC.
Wait, when did you start playing it?
Very late. Very late.
Like this year?
This summer, yeah.
You gotta finish it. It's long. It's a very long game.
I know, it's a big commitment.
Yeah, you only got to Joel dying? Yeah, you're...
No, I got a little past that.
Okay.
I was... definitely killing people. At some point.
It's pretty brutal.
But yeah, I like how brutal it is, but it might be a little too brutal for some people.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it's too brutal for me. I don't like that kind of violence, but I think what they accomplished with the violence in that game was what they set out to do, which was make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel like this isn't right. Like I don't like that kind of gory shit, but like the story and the point of it was very good. And it plays into the ending. Like, do you know what happens?
Maybe.
I won't spoil it then, but
I don't care. No, she like goes and fights in the water.
Yeah.
And then like it cuts back and it restarts the whole story with her, with the other character.
No. That's halfway through.
Yeah.
The water fight is at the end, the very end.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so you kind of know what happens, but I won't say exactly what happens. Yeah. I mean, if you don't know Joel dies, I mean, it's been out for 2 years.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about spoilers for people.
Yeah. Well, do you care about spoilers?
No.
Okay, well then I'll just say, I love that all the brutal shit Ellie does during that game is like she actually, like, it has a, compared to Last of Us 1, it has a really satisfying ending in the sense that, like, you get to learn a lot about Abby, and you learn that, like, she had a good reason for killing Joel.
Right.
And then Ellie finally makes the good decision at the very end to stop killing out of revenge, because it doesn't do anything, it just creates more violence. And
right.
I love that she finally, like, makes that decision and leaves Abby
she
alive.
Not kill? She leaves Abby alive?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But
she gets her finger cut off, I knew that.
Yep.
Because she's playing a guitar weird at the end.
Well, she can't play it, which is the fucked up thing. And obviously she thinks of Joel because he, like, taught her how to play. And yeah, it's a beautiful story. And I think it was, like, honestly, I think it was, and this sounds bad, I think it was too smart for a lot of people. I think it was like,
honestly, look at him,
no,
Mr. Highbrow Entertainment over here.
I've been playing Smash Bros for, like, my whole life, and that's, like, all I do. So I don't need that highbrow of entertainment, let me tell you. But but that game is, like, it just, like, people didn't think that Joel was a bad guy. Like, how do you not think that?
Right.
Like, you're obviously kind of dumb if you think that Joel, like, shouldn't have died. Or, like, shouldn't... Like, if you thought Joel was a good guy and didn't deserve what happened to him.
Right.
And then, like, they couldn't, like, empathize with Abby at all. Like, and I thought Abby's story was actually really fucking good as well.
Yeah. I heard that's probably better than, what's her name's story?
Ellie?
Yeah.
Depends. It's just overall a good story. Actually, Abby's story has some stupid stuff in it, but it's like, it doesn't affect Abby. It actually affects, like, her partner character more, which is stupid, but whatever.
I didn't like her partner character in the beginning. I thought he was... I don't know. The actor's face. There's something about his face.
I'm not talking about the guy.
Oh.
I'm talking about the kid.
Oh, no, I have no idea. I was talking about the guy from the beginning.
Yeah, he's alright.
I don't like his face. There's something wrong with it.
Do you know what happens to him?
No.
Well,
What happens to him?
You don't have to worry about his face anymore.
Did they cut it off?
No, I think Abby. I think Ellie just kills him, but
Oh.
yeah. Oh, that game is fucking brutal.
Yeah, I mean, there's a... God, it looks... I just remember Ellie's performance in the Joel scene is very hard to watch. Like, it's tough.
Which
Like the way-
one?
When Joel dies, like, the way her acting is, like, super fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Like, her screaming and squirming, it was, like, really, really bad. I mean, good, but...
Yeah, but like it
hard
makes
to
you
watch.
feel that. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
is a sign of good acting. Like.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll get back to it at some point. Is it on PC now?
I don't think it is. It should be though.
Eventually. That's when I'll play it, probably.
I can't wait for their sequel to the first one's multiplayer.
That is going to be exciting. I'm going to pick that up.
Because the first one's multiplayer was surprisingly fucking awesome. It was so good for no reason. It shouldn't have been good, but it was. And then the gameplay mechanics they added in 2, putting that into the multiplayer is gonna be so fucking sick. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Is it in The Last of Us world, or is it a new thing?
I think it's gonna be in The Last of Us world.
But it's not going to have anything to do with Ellie, I don't think. Or maybe it will, who knows.
I don't think so. Because the multiplayer in the last one was just Hunters versus Fireflies.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was just the 2 groups in the game that you came across.
Right. Yeah, I hope they do something cool with it.
I hope so too.
Maybe they'll do like a zombie mode too. That'd be cool.
I kind of hope they incorporate the infected in the multiplayer.
Yeah, like
somehow.
clickers. Yeah.
That'd be scary as ooh. I can't wait for that. I really can't wait for that. That's gonna be fun as hell.
Or if they added like stealth elements too.
Well, they added prone to the game,
Yeah.
so
Right,
like
right.
I'm just thinking in multiplayer that's gonna be cool as hell too. Like,
Either gonna be cool or like the worst. It might be the new bush snipers. God.
well, I think the fact that they're like making it a whole separate game and a whole separate experience shows that they're probably gonna kill it. Like Naughty Dog has never
Yeah.
missed ever, unless you think Last of Us 2 sucked. But I feel like, and we went over it. I think most of the reasons are people are just idiots or chuds, and they also people hated it because Ellie's a lesbian and fucking all that
Right.
stupid shit.
Yeah. Social justice losing fucking dumb fans. I think that's a good thing though, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like people being
people
mad about
not
that
liking
shit.
it. Yeah. I think it gives the fan base a better community
That's a good point. Yeah,
if all the dummies leave.
less toxic chuds.
And they're all gonna come back for multiplayer. You know that.
Maybe.
No one's gonna fucking not hop on it if it's good and it's popular.
I mean, yeah. If if online games are any indication, there's always going to be somewhere there to call you the N-word. That's always going to exist.
Is that still going on?
Yeah.
That was like... I haven't hopped in a Call of Duty lobby in 5 years.
I've been really into Valorant recently, and when I tell you... Or did I say Call of Duty? I meant Valorant. Did I say Valorant? Whatever. I've been into Valorant.
Yes.
I've been into Valorant. And the amount of times I've had to report somebody's name for being some weird way of saying the N-word, it's been like 3 times in the last like 2 weeks. So, yeah. There's still a lot of that.
One of my favorite clips on the internet is the two Smash broadcasters reading off the donation names and like fucking them up. And the one guy's like, "You're such a fucking idiot," and then he
did
next
it.
one.
Yeah, that's DC and EE. Yeah,
They're both very. I like them both.
EE is
Funny guys.
so funny. It's actually doing Summit right now. I was trying to keep an eye on that. We're recording this during the final day of Smash Summit 5. Did Leo win? Yeah, Leo's in Losers, by the way. The best player in the world, he's in Losers. Which is
Well,
crazy.
I thought what's his name was the best in the world.
New.
Mango. Didn't he just win?
Different Smash game.
You guys are all fucking nerds. I'm sorry. Fuck Smash Bros. Fuck
What?
it.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna be a contrarian on this podcast for. I hate Smash and I hate the Bills. I told everyone, I was like, damn, the Bills aren't even gonna make it to the playoffs, and I just triggered so many people. It's so fun.
I never got into sports, sadly. I think it's
I
a lack
recently
of.
got into MMA.
I think it's a lack of testosterone for me. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you like competition,
I do,
so
and I'm a competitor myself.
you are. I like the story behind competition more than competition.
That's fair. I have a big appreciation for the story as well.
Like,
That's why I like to write about it.
what's it called? E-Score or something? That YouTube channel?
Oh yeah, actually yeah, they
I
make
really
some
like
good
their
videos.
videos.
Yeah,
Really good.
dude, we're like perpetual YouTube watchers. Like, how do we watch all the same shit? We don't even like recommend the same stuff to each other all the time. We just end up watching it anyways.
Yeah. I mean, they're a huge channel, aren't they?
There are.
And if you're
pretty
into
big.
eSport, E-Score. Is that the name?
It's something like that, but I definitely know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, The Score Esports.
Yeah.
Jesus, their channel's fucked.
Why?
They have like main videos and then their shorts. I wish you could like not have the shorts come up, you know?
Like have them on a separate like tab or something, or like not
Yeah.
affect your algorithm at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Actually, I think that might be like, to those who don't know, I play Smash Bros a lot, and I write about it, and I coach it, and it's kind of my job. Like now,
Good stuff, isn't it?
yeah.
Made your job into your hobby.
I made my hobby into my job.
I remember you like beating the shit out of me when I was like 11 or 12 in Brawl and having the least amount of fun possible, and you continually making me play that stupid fucking game.
I was actually bringing this up because I wanted to talk about something I'm writing right now, which is about my journey with Smash Bros. And I mentioned how any friend of mine who was unlucky enough to own 64 Melee or Brawl, like, had to deal with me just being like, can we play this game? Like, all the time, and I would just, like, play it, and you and every other friend who had that game were like, actually, can we play something else? And I was just like, no, I love this game!
Oh man.
And, hey, I
Pirates
loved
of
it!
Caribbean on Wii. Let's play that.
When you have
Rock
Super
Band.
Smash Brothers Brawl there, and you're like, let's play Pirates of the Caribbean for me. Like, get out of here. I love Smash Bros. The moment I played 64, I was like, yo, this game is like my shit. Like, and it's my job now, so.
I remember the first time I played Smash 64 at my cousin's house and just being upset.
Who'd you play?
What?
Who'd you play as?
Oh, I don't. Probably Pikachu or Mario. Someone that I liked.
How'd you lose with the best character in the game?
Ooh, Pikachu?
Yeah.
Because I was probably 7 or 8. And I was playing 12-year-olds or 13.
Wow.
I'm a chump. I'm still bad at like most competitive games.
You like shooters, though.
I do. But now I'm gonna have to completely relearn shooters.
Just use controller on PC and play COD or Apex.
But I want to get good with the mouse and keyboard.
Okay.
I feel like they're better players because...
Most COD pros, and I would actually, at my Smash tournament, which I hosted last night, there was also a COD tournament. And all the COD people use controllers.
Really?
Yeah. Even on PC.
The only game that really doesn't let you play with controllers is Overwatch, right?
I mean, you can. It's just you are at a huge disadvantage. And Valorant, too, and CSGO.
Yeah, I don't think I could play those games.
But Apex, some of the best players use controller. Yeah.
You need the controller with the little thing so you can do the... forget what the glitch walking is.
In
COD.
the
Where
slide
you, like,
canceling?
Yeah, slide canceling.
Yeah.
I tried doing that by myself with no thing on the back, and it's makes the game less fun. I'm sure it's great with those buttons.
I kind of want to get a Xbox Elite controller with the back paddles. Not that I would use it in shooters, because I do prefer keyboard and mouse, but like I just want one.
Can we play together? Like Apex, can we play together if I'm using a controller?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we could play together on any mode in Apex, even if you're on console. Unless you're
We should
too
play
low of a
Apex.
rank. Sure. I play a lot of Apex.
I saw Titanfall was on sale. I almost picked it up.
Titanfall 2 is the best shooter of all time.
I'm also excited. Warzone 2 looks pretty dope.
You mean Modern Warfare 2?
No, they're doing Warzone 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't see the trailer? They're like switching shit up. They're doing like multi-storm. So there's like three circles now or whatever.
That sounds... Wait. What?
And I think they're changing
How would...
a lot of the actual meta.
If there's multiple storms, then like teams who win in one storm, like in one like eye of the storm, would they have to go to another storm to like... They would have to go through it to get to another thing, right?
I don't know.
That sounds...
Might be a bad idea or a good idea.
That sounds like a bad idea.
I think it depends on... I don't know. Maybe the scale is going up. It's interesting. I'm surprised you haven't seen the trailer or whatever.
I haven't. I've not been super into COD. I played a bit of Warzone and a bit of Modern Warfare. I played a little bit of Modern Warfare with you. Right?
Yeah. I remember someone did call us the N-word then.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Are you playing an online game if you don't get called the N-word?
I feel like that's such a... There's so many more funny things than the N-word now. The N-word's not even funny.
Yeah?
Unless Dave Chappelle's saying it. It's like...
Yeah, he is pretty funny. And then he talks about trans people, and then it's like, what the fuck, dude?
He is.
Calm
I was
down.
more thinking the Chappelle Show,
Yeah.
like Rick James, bitch.
That dude's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I wrote a whole thing about him with the latest special on Netflix.
How new is it?
How new is the writing or the
The special.
It was like last year. It was a long time ago.
I probably haven't even watched it.
And then I took forever to respond to it because I wanted one of my trans friends to look over it so I wasn't saying anything horrible. Damn.
Did you say anything horrible?
Well, honestly, she's a Destiny fan, so like...
Oh, man. Oh, speaking of Destiny, I've been following some left-wing drama this week. It's kind of not fun. I don't like left-wing drama. It's
What
always
left- wing drama.
snooty and shitty. The Keppels thing.
I've seen vague stuff about that.
Everyone's just like, I don't know. I feel like everyone's shitty except for me.
You must have a good opinion on all this then.
No, I just think like, I don't know. Keppels is probably a liar. She seems to have changed her story quite a few times.
I don't
Is
even
it she,
know the
her?
context. Yeah, it's she, her.
Yeah, I don't know. But then it seems like Destiny... I feel like Destiny needs to leave Twitter forever. He should stop evading, because it's really, like... It makes me really not like Destiny. When
I mean...
see his Twitter shit.
Yeah, he's kind of just a baby. You know? He presents as, like, the left Ben Shapiro. He does. He's, like, this really logical, fact-based guy. But then when it gets down to it, he's such a little bitch. He's such a little bitch. And, like, he's...
What way?
Like, when it comes down to, like... When somebody, like, breaks... like, a formality to a conversation... He'll just devolve immediately to this, like, kind of screaming and shit. Like, and and I know why he does it. Because he's like, he needs to keep up appearance to win the debate. But that doesn't win a debate, in my opinion, at all. Like, you don't win a debate by, like, out screaming somebody or like, calling them names or anything. I think when you start doing that, you lose the debate. And usually he waits till they do that. But, like, just take the high ground and win the debate then. Like, and it's most apparent with lefties. If anything, I feel like he starts he starts the shit talking when it's a lefty. Which is like...
I mean... it's just, like, hard to see any of this stuff. I think it's because I'm on their side. I'm on the left.
Yeah.
So, like, watching these people fight, it's, like, just... I can enjoy, like, right-wing drama. Like, I like the fucking... I watched the entire Nick Fuentes Killstream drama stuff.
Yeah.
That was, like, super entertaining. And I think it was entertaining because I was out of the loop. Like, I don't really care about any of their actual opinions.
Because they are just completely off board, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, they're calling each other, like, horrible words, and fucking, what's his name? Ethan Ralph is just, like, severely intoxicated, talking, like, almost crying to Mr. Medico. That's just amazing. And then you get left-wingers, and they're all like, well, you know, they said something completely wrong, and da-da-da-da. And it's like, it's just not entertainment. It's... bullshit.
The left has always had a problem with how they discuss issues. There's this whole like, and that's actually why I think Destiny's found such success, because he doesn't do this at all. He is very good at, well, he does have problems with how he discusses stuff, but he doesn't have the typical left-wing problems. He's very good at explaining stuff to people. He's very good at not demeaning people initially, especially right-wingers.
Right.
And I think that's
then he
why
starts calling trans people subhuman. It's like, oh,
I mean,
how can you not get
Yeah.
the connotation of that shit? You know,
he's a little, he has an optics problem in a different way.
yeah,
But then, like, yeah, he's really good at understanding what the right thinks of the left, and he's really good at, like, breaking that expectation, and he's really good at converting people, which is awesome. ContraPoints is really good at that, too.
which is what sold me on Destiny in the
Yeah.
first place.
Me too.
ContraPoints.
Yeah. But unlike ContraPoints, Destiny is really kind of horrible at debating left-wing people. I think ContraPoints doesn't debate left-wing people much, which is why
she had one or two tiffs, right? On
With
Twitter or something.
Vosh kind of, not really. She stood up for Cat Black, I think, in the Vosh Cat Black thing.
Oh yeah, that whole thing was a shit show too. Like, so unenjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I was just getting upset the entire time.
It was funny to hear about Vosh's penis, though. But,
No, I thought I was like that's not what we do. I thought.
oh, yeah, no, because Cat Black's a fucking idiot, and so is Vosh. They're both, like, stupid as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, ContraPoints, like, defended Cat Black, and Vosh is just a fucking idiot. Oh, wait, no, was it that ContraPoints was all of that the J.K. Rowling stuff? Oh, gosh.
I don't know.
Fucking
I
politics,
I honestly don't want to talk about J.K. Rowling.
Me neither.
That's like the worst kind of cringe. Like, being like a TERF and shit it's just so weird. Like, it brings me back. Like, TERFs are like, I know they're not the same people, but they remind me of like the shrieking feminists of the Gamergate era.
I mean, I would not be surprised if there's a big crossover there.
Right. I mean,
would
it's
not
just
be
like
surprised.
so. Like, they're not. Your points are only going to sound good to people that already agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, other than that, you just look cringe and stupid.
Yeah.
You know?
It's almost...
I've never...
Yeah.
I just... Listening to TERFs is very difficult for me.
I think the fucked up thing is that Gamergate, like, legitimately... Like, it might have actually swung a presidential election. That's how bad it made the left look. That sucks! Yeah. That sucks! And, like, people... And that's what sparked the whole anti-SJW movement, because it was initially, maybe not even initially, but it was a, like, collaboration of people, despite political leanings, criticizing the left for how they talk about stuff. And I think they still had a lot of really good points. I think the ethics in game journalism shit is garbage and stupid. But, like, aside from that, like, people like Chris Reagan, who were, like, calling out the left for having problems, and Chew on Head, I think they were completely legit. I think they had some bad takes back then, but I think both of them have grown a lot since then, and they're, like, obviously not right-wingers. They're not, like, actually not, like, leftists.
But then some of them did become, like, fucking...
Yeah, like Sargon.
Sargon, that's who I was thinking of, is fucking weirdo Sargon.
Yeah. And
no one likes Sargon. It's crazy.
Well, yeah.
All the right-wingers hate Sargon, too.
He's an idiot.
The far right-wingers.
He's just really stupid. But again, like, I think, again, Gamergate created a movement of people criticizing the left for the candor, and I think a lot of that criticism was right. But yeah, and I think it honestly kind of like a lot of people dismissed them, and then we like quite literally, I think a lot of that rippled out to 2016, and I think that caused Trump to get a lot of support. Maybe not directly, but the ripple effect, I think, did have a big... Because actually, no, think about it. That is, like, all the Gamergate criticisms are the things that the right uses to criticize the left now.
And
like,
now,
that's their main talking
like,
points.
I feel like it's coming all the way the fuck back. And it's like a cycle. It's coming back to... We're at the beginning of Gamergate again.
Yeah.
And the 2024 election is coming up slowly.
I think...
Which is horrifying. And who the fuck... Are we going to have fucking... Who's going to run? I'll vote for Kamala Harris, but I don't want to.
It's going to be Joe Biden.
No, I don't know.
He's definitely running.
I feel like he shouldn't run.
A lot of Democrats feel like he shouldn't run. But, I mean, honestly...
He could probably win again.
I think he can.
Yeah.
Especially against Trump. I think against DeSantis, it might be a little...
But again,
closer.
He's not fucking cool. Like, Donald Trump to those people is cool.
Yeah, but liberals...
Joe Biden is just a placeholder.
Liberals are practical. We're like, never Trump.
No. Liberals used to be fucking cool. Remember? Like, for most of the time. And then...
Yeah.
It's flipped somehow.
Well, something happened after Obama. Like, let's be honest. Yeah. Something happened. The left stopped being the, like, cool, like, kid in the corner smoking cigarettes to, like, the fucking thought police. Like, it's not cool to be the left anymore because, like, you can't have comedy, you can't have all these things, quote unquote. Like, you can't have these things. But, like, because the left, like, won, you know?
Yeah.
We were on top for a very long time, and, like,
right.
The New York Times did
still on top.
Podcast about it recently.
In numbers, we're still on top.
We've not been not on top probably, I mean, probably for a long time. I think Reagan was the last, like, Republican who could say, like, he actually had the majority of people's support. Maybe even not Reagan.
No, he did.
Yeah, probably.
He was like a landslide, I think.
Yeah.
I remember it was his first or his second term. He, like, crippled.
It was definitely his first term.
I think that was, like, the biggest win in presidential history or something.
It wasn't the biggest. It was the third biggest, I think. I think it was the third biggest. Yeah. Because Jimmy Carter kind of sucked, but...
Again, a fucking, like, wimp.
Yeah.
Not a wimp, but he was, like, not cool.
Yeah. Which sucks. Because then we got Reagan, who was, like, probably the worst president. He was the... Damn! He might have been, like, the third worst president. And then the second worst is George W. Bush, and then the
You think
worst.
Reagan is not as bad as George W. Bush?
No.
Oh.
You're
wrong.
Reagan
is probably number one worst.
Reagan had a level of competency that Bush didn't have.
Yeah, but that's worse, isn't it? I mean, he trickled down economics, the war on drugs.
In the sense of getting stuff done, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. But Bush fucking, like, 9/11 and the Iraq War, like, that's, like, some of the worst shit any president has ever done. That was horrible.
Right. That's very true.
And then Trump is obviously the worst president of all time. It's not even close.
Yeah, it's... Well, the only other thing I could think of is Andrew Jackson. I think he's probably the worst of all time.
I think we're too far removed from that, and we didn't live through it, but
Yeah, but he started like a full-on American Holocaust,
with the Native Americans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, morally the worst thing anyone's ever done as a president.
That's a good point.
But, yeah. Donald Trump is definitely the worst president in my lifetime, for sure.
Yeah. Jeez. What a fucking nightmare this world has been for the last 7 years.
So Trump's gonna run again, that's almost entirely sure.
If he doesn't go to jail.
He's not going to jail. He's a billionaire.
I hope he does. I really hope he does, because...
Yeah, me too, but it's not gonna happen. We know it's not gonna happen.
I think it might, actually. I think it might.
I hope you're right.
I hope I'm right, too. But... well, actually, I think it's like kind of 50-50. But I think our best chance as a nation... Because if he runs again, I don't think he'll win. But he also might win. Which, obviously, would suck. But I don't think he'll win. But either way, if he runs in 2024... and no matter the outcome, there's going to be, like, violence. Like, big, mass-scale violence. If he loses again, his base is totally ready to accept another election fraud lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it'll go as it did last time. I think there will be a lot more people ready to fight.
Yeah.
And there will be a more legitimacy to it because there will be people in power after the midterms this year to give him more legitimacy towards his election denial or election fraud claims.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But I feel like after January 6th, like, that was such an embarrassment for the right. Like...
It was to everyone who wasn't them.
Right.
And then, like...
No, I think even to them, like, a lot of those people now are like, oh, I now can't use an airplane because I fucking wanted to roleplay as a revolutionary for 6 hours.
Who says they were role-playing?
Well, they were. A lot of them were. I mean, there were people behind the scenes that were, like, trying to do shit. But a lot of them were just fucking stupid people that got tricked.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
There wasn't enough. I mean, a lot of those people were just people that walked into the Capitol for fun to take pictures. They weren't really thinking about... I don't know.
They were thinking about it. They just didn't have a plan because none of them had a plan. And
yeah.
Well, some of them did have a plan, but not enough people. Yeah, it wasn't organized well enough. And that's honestly a good send-off to the Trump presidency. It was this fucking movement based on, like, hatred and lies led by one of the most incompetent fucking idiots of all time that still did massive damage to just social discourse in our country in general. Like, yeah.
True.
Yeah, wait, what? Okay, well, we're talking about politics. Fuck.
Politics.
Want to talk about Smash Bros. Again?
No.
Hey, actually, this is interesting to me. I got top 8 at a big Denver tournament for the first time 2 days ago. Yeah, I got 3 upsets.
Wow.
It was really good.
3 upsets.
Yeah. It's actually a really big run. It was great. It was awesome.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Top 8 out of 10?
No, it was like 30 something. But
Oh,
all the
yeah.
good players were there except for one.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I got 3 good wins, which is like really hard to do. So, yeah.
That's great. I'm proud of you.
And then at my own tournament, I didn't do that well yesterday. Which, whatever. But it's always another tournament.
Well, that's why you run the thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Politics, Smash Bros, Gamergate, Last of Us. It's been a fucking roller coaster.
Yeah, we're kind of very unorganized today, which is okay. I'm getting over this cold. By the next time we'll have a better set, a better. I'll do more research.
What are
I
you gonna
did
do for
some
your set?
research. I'm gonna fix the camera.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fix the lighting. I think
It does look
the
like
lighting's not that bad right now, does it?
it looks like a homemade porn video, but yeah. Get your leg up.
Okay, I'll put it down. I'm just stretching out. I'm sweating like crazy.
It's okay.
You know, we'll figure it out.
Being on camera does make you sweat, though. It does.
I've been sweating up here all day. I don't know if it's like it's hot. It gets hot up here.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for the cold weather coming.
What is the temperature out there, if you don't mind me asking?
Let me check. Probably not super high, but 74. But since I'm in the attic, it's probably
Hotter.
80 something.
It's 80 here.
Yeah. I also don't have any AC going right now because I'm figuring out the set, and I didn't have enough stuff for AC stuff.
Sweet. Actually, that's crazy. I'm coming from a basement, you're coming from an attic.
Both sound like places you would stay if you were quitting your job.
True. Actually, one of my jobs I sit here for, so.
How do I start coaching people in I'll be a life coach. I'll tell people how to get their life together.
I don't know. I only coach Smash Bros, so.
Can I coach things without being good at them? That's
I do it.
Yeah.
I do it.
Most coaches aren't that good at the thing they're coaching in.
Yeah. We kind of suck. That's why we coach. It's just more about knowledge and less about applying that knowledge. Like I'm really good at knowing a lot about Smash Bros. Like I know more about Smash Bros than a lot of people in like the scene who are better than me, but I don't apply it as well. So it's like,
Right.
although I did last Friday, I did pretty good.
You think it's performance anxiety?
No, that's something I'm actually really good at. I'm really good at staying calm under pressure. It's more just about remembering everything at once and applying things, and also just how fast your fingers are. I'm getting old.
Right. Right. You
Can't
should
be fast.
take enhancers. Is it illegal to take gaming enhancers?
There is a Adderall problem in Melee.
Jesus Christ. That
Yeah.
makes sense. But that's not illegal, is it?
I don't think so. I think it is technically against the rules in Melee and esports in general, but I don't know.
You use Adderall?
Yeah, if you're not prescribed it. I don't know.
That's interesting.
It's problems with performance-enhancing drugs and Smash Bros. Who are such nerds.
I'm curious. I mean, there's got to be things that can. I mean, taking Adderall probably makes your hands move faster. I could see that.
I think it helps you focus, isn't that?
Yeah. But also, I could see it like with your reflexes, and if you know what you're doing, your reflexes are faster.
Hopefully. Maybe I should just start taking Adderall.
Hey, helped a lot of people. It has never harmed anyone. Adderall. Did you know that?
I didn't.
It has no negative. No one has ever had negative side effects from Adderall use, especially long term.
Got it.
The brain is constantly intact and not like thinking crazy dumb shit that isn't actually that good.
Well, hey, I mean, then that's good because I could.
That was all sarcasm.
I already think stupid dumb shit. So.
No, I mean like I forget what it's called. I think it's just called Adderall brain. Where like you sit down if you're like a creative and you come up with a bunch of ideas. And then when you're sober, you go over it and you're like, oh, all of these ideas are just horrible. Like, it's not actually that good. I feel like it's good in some circumstances, but like if you're a comic using Adderall, what you're saying probably is more funny to you than anyone else.
What's your experience with Adderall? Jesus.
Mostly secondhand. I've taken it once.
Okay.
It's really good if you have a shitty job at a bagel. Makes the day go by real fast.
So if you at home don't want to quit your job, take
Start
Adderall.
ruin your fucking brain with Adderall when you don't need it.
And start playing Melee competitively.
I mean, Adderall is good. I don't know the science behind it, but with ADHD,
Yeah.
obviously is a helpful thing. But I think a lot of people just take it and they don't need it.
Yeah. Well, isn't it like the easiest thing to get diagnosed with ADHD or...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm assuming you can get your hands on Adderall pretty easy.
Yeah, I probably could have at some point if I wanted to. But I'm always sort of anti-medications.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, especially with children, I really don't like the idea of giving someone whose brain isn't developed like fucking antidepressants. It didn't work well with me.
Does it affect brain development?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, any medication does. Fucking weed does. If you start smoking weed too early, you're probably going to have a harder time. Probably going to have an easier time being diagnosed with ADHD later in life.
So what am I? Just like, I took asthma medication. That's not really...
Well, I don't know.
I don't think that did anything.
It might have, though. I mean, the thing is, I'm so black-pilled on the fucking, especially American drug, the FDA. Like, they're not good people over there.
How do you figure? Just they're in the best interest of prescribing the most amount of stuff to people, so they make money.
And they're also they get paid off very easily. I mean, there's all these fucking things. There's a documentary by OKI. You know him?
No.
He basically like goes over the history of the Alex Jones quote about the water turning the friggin' frogs gay,
Oh, you've told me about this a little bit. Yeah.
and like it's bad. Like it's super fucking immoral to me.
The frickin' frog's gay. So
Yeah, you
there's truth to it?
Yeah, I mean it was like literally turning frogs, not gay, but I think it was like making them grow both organs, sexual organs.
Why not both?
And it's basically just the shit they're putting on crops, and then when they water the crops, it gets into the actual
The watershed.
rivers, and then it was like fucking up the ecosystem.
Hmm.
And then, we were drinking it.
And that's why there's so many trans people. I'm just kidding. That's horrible.
No.
That's horrible.
I mean, that's more of a cultural thing.
Yeah, I'd agree.
But, I mean, I think a lot of chemicals in our fucking food and water do negatively affect us. There's a reason why men have lower testosterone now than they did 20 years ago.
Tell me about it.
So though it doesn't really have to do with like gender or sexual orientation, I feel like it has an effect on the people that are in that group and other groups,
Yeah. Well, and yeah, like, I mean, despite like conspiracy theories about like soy and shit like that, and like trans identity, like that should be respected no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's caused by something. I don't think it is. I think we're just culturally.
Well, even if it was, that would be like even more reason to be empathetic, right?
Yeah, exactly. And like, I don't believe it is. That's fucking horrible. And we should just, let people be who they want to be, so they're happy. Like, you should always treat people with respect and respect them, and yeah.
I'm very, I hate using this, but very socially libertarian at this point.
Oh God. I mean, that's probably
Do whatever they want.
That's the good part of libertarianism, I'd say.
Yeah, actually, I'll take that back, because I might be saying something I don't agree with.
Just don't say you're a libertarian.
I just think, like, let everyone do what they want, as long as you're not hurting people.
Exactly. But
Which
also,
is a libertarian tenement.
But also, the government should help people, and maybe, and just like you were saying about the pharmaceutical industry, like, it shouldn't be for profit. You should do things to help people. You shouldn't be prescribing medication to make money. You should be doing it to help people. There shouldn't be a financial incentive beyond providing good service to people, or a good drug to people.
Right. And I think, like, there's not enough precaution, especially for kids, with, like, mental health drugs and Adderall and Ritalin. Like, a lot of those kids need Adderall, but I think a lot of them are just kids, being kids.
Yeah. And there's been a big influx of diagnosing kids with these problems. And while there probably are problems that, like, certain kids have, like, obviously. And there probably weren't not being diagnosed for a long time. I think it is very bad to immediately, like, prescribe them medication.
Right.
Unless there is, like, a really serious problem. I think.
Yeah, like some kids, there's kids that have borderline personality disorder.
Yeah.
And it's pretty obvious in a lot of cases. But I don't know if giving them medication is I don't know if medication is the best therapeutic way of helping people in those sort of things. I think there's so many natural and like psychological things that you can do for people and that people can do for themselves that are like 10 times better than a pill.
Yeah.
I have a lot of experience in this, so
Yeah, I know.
it's
very interesting to hear your views on it because of that, honestly.
yeah, I'm very, very black-pilled, nihilistic towards the drug companies in this country. Probably too far, but I'll admit that. I'm very biased in this topic.
Well, I think you make a lot of good points. When I first started doing therapy for anxiety, I thought, like, I immediately was going in with a no medication, like, desire. And my therapist is really cool. He never pushed any of that, so I never did.
Well, it's usually, the therapists are usually very good. It's usually the psychiatrists that have taken advantage of me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, yeah.
I guess it's a different... Like, psychiatrists are more... Aren't they more, like, medication-focused, I guess?
Yeah, they are. That's basically their job, is to medicate people.
Okay.
But a lot of psychiatrists, bigger ones, like, I won't name any of the names, but, you know, there's, like, chains of... They get paid by drug companies.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't, like, fake shit. This is, like, they're actually being paid to prescribe that drug.
That is one of the biggest flaws of capitalism. Right there.
Yeah.
The exploitation of people's health for profit. That is, like, so fucked.
Yeah, there's a lot of... I'm trying to find more books and stuff about that sort of thing. But they really make you, like, question everything, which can be unhealthy. Can be a tough life when you're questioning every single motive of the government, like I have recently. Well, not just the government, but, like, the world.
Well, yeah. Hey,
Well,
I think there's a reason we
worse.
were both really into philosophy.
Yeah.
Because you just question everything.
I was reading a book, Doublespeak. It was about, like, the way certain companies and governments hide what they're doing with, like, flowery words, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, like, crazy. They have a whole chapter on food stuff. And it was, like, going through, like, what it actually means when a label says organic, or what it means when it says light, like LITE. Like, crazy, like, psychological manipulation of the people.
Yeah.
And then that makes you think about everything else in the world.
Yeah. It's crazy how much of that happens, and, like, yeah. I mean, you I think the biggest point to prove that, like, sort of stuff is, like, real is that advertisements exist. Because, like, advertisements, like, I don't understand how advertisements work. Like, an ad just annoys me. But apparently they do work on people. Like, and they probably work on me. They probably work on everybody.
Yeah. I mean, you've probably ordered food today because you were thinking about the name brand of the place you ordered from. We're not sponsored, so I'm not going to say it.
Let's just say it was chicken.
Yeah. But, they planted that in your head at some point.
Yeah. Big cluck, you know.
Like, I'll never buy a lawnmower 4.0, but I still know what the fuck a lawnmower 4.0 is. You know?
Yeah.
And one day, if I need a gift, maybe I'll think, oh, maybe I'll get this person a lawnmower 4.0.
Shave your pubes, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they have Google commercials. Like, everyone uses, they don't need to.
Yeah, like, why? Yeah, like, why am I getting a fucking Chrome commercial on Chrome?
Right. It keeps the name in your head. Makes you keep thinking Chrome, Google, Chrome, Google, Chrome.
But, like, I don't care. And if I have to see another fucking Marco's backpack shit, I'm gonna kill myself, dude. That commercial has been on for like 6 months, and it's like, shut up! I don't care about his backpack. I have State Farm. Fuck off.
Yeah. It's strange stuff. But you know what Marco's backpack is?
Yeah!
If you'd only seen that commercial one time, you wouldn't remember.
So annoying. Remember the fucking head-on commercials back in the 2000s?
Head on?
Yeah, did you ever see those?
No.
It was just super annoying. It just kept saying the same thing over and over again. It was really cheap, and it was just like a anti-headache thing that you rubbed on your head. And it just kept saying, head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. And they said it like 6 times. And they just kept showing it. And it's like...
That's like manipulation of your fucking brain.
Yeah!
Scary shit.
And it's like stupid.
For a drug company. It might be over the counter, but, you know.
I swear, you've never heard this fucking thing?
No, show it.
Yeah. Wait. Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
I have to edit it into the...
Good, do you see it?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on. Available.
I
at
do
Walgreens.
remember this.
Head
Yeah.
on. Apply
What
directly
the
to the
fuck?
forehead. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on.
Like, it's so dumb.
That's like spooky almost.
It is!
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead.
It's fucking strange, dude. And yeah, like, it's like they're not even, like, a lot of ads try to, like, fluff it up. Like, oh, Marco's backpack. Shut the fuck up. What, Liberty Mutual, right?
Yeah.
Fucking shut up. But then there's just, like, if ads like that, like, I don't know if Head On worked. Like, if the advertisement campaign was successful, but, I mean, there's almost 2.5 million views on it. Like,
People remember.
yeah.
That's spooky.
It's fucking weird. It's like,
And you know no one wants to watch that more than once.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Just like Marco's backpack. Damn.
Should we call it?
Yeah, we've been recording for a while, haven't we?
Yeah.
Hour and 30 minutes.
I'm thinking, you think we should split it into 2 and then have 2 uploads a week?
It's up to you, man.
I think if I do that, in the long term, it'll be better. Our catalog will be bigger.
Okay.
Oh fuck! I didn't put it on you.
That's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's playing League. It's probably best to call it now then.
Yeah. Alright, bro. I'm gonna put up some links. We have more links this time. We have Lamar on Twitter. We have the podcast on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Sort of my Twitter. Yeah, I followed you, motherfucker. You didn't follow me back.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know. Called We Quit Our Jobs.
I don't
I
think
remember
you
what
did.
I don't remember what the ad is. I have it right here. Hold on. Twitter. And now I have a Twitter, which is not fun. Yeah, I follow you. It's a WQOJ podcast.
When did you do this?
Like right after I uploaded the episode.
There is a... Oh, there we go.
Do you have an Instagram?
No.
Okay, I'll put my Instagram up as well. That might boost my follower count. Just
Instagram's
exactly what
like...
I want on my personal Instagram.
Instagram's like more vapid Facebook and Twitter, so I just try to not.
Yeah, but I like to post photos.
What are you, vapid? Just kidding.
Yeah. These days, yeah. Aren't we all?
True.
Alright, I'll put all the links up right here.
Wait, no. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking at you, so this way.
That way.
This way. Up.
That way.
Up. Wait, no, actually, yeah. I don't know.
This guy right here, this guy.